is the birthday of Mayor Samsamin Apatuan. If you're around, Mayor, Assalamualaikum, happy birthday. Many more years to come. Alam mo, it's a practice which this is my entire speech with you. I can read it in about a minute and a half, then I say my goodbye. But then I would not be able to impart to you the urgent message of what ails our country. Well, ako mayor then, and still a worker of government until now, many, many years. We've been bedeviled by so many problems. Ako na yung na-timingan ng panahon na lumabas na itong serious problems about drugs, terrorism. Of course, we're talking to the communists. I'm still biding my time. There's a back channeling. I'm not supposed to talk about it because it's back channeling. But I have certain conditions or demands that dapat mag-igi kami. Otherwise, mukhang, I'm not delivering a speech. I'm not up to it really. Gusto ko lang makipag-chika-chika sa inyo. I want a ceasefire that is reduced in writing and the parameters clearly shown. Saan tayo papunta at anong gawin natin kung pumalpak. We have to pray for everything and parang medyo still vague until now. I cannot expound on it further. But yung may mga must do para maabot natin yung kapayapaan. We have the problem in Mindanao. I'd like everybody to know that what is really happening or what happened and is happening is not just a question of pure rebellion in pursuit of an ideology. Deeper than that. And it is really the nationalism of the Moro people. Sasabi ko na nga many years ago, about 80 to 100 years before Magellan came here, bringing with him Christianity and imperialism, Mindanao was a thriving territory of the Sri Visayas Empire. Malay tayong lahat and we embrace Christianity because it was imposed on us. I do not know the history of how it came about Mindanao, but we know that Malaysia, Indonesia, Brunei, down south, all Islam, and the population here is the Moro people, the tribe, subdivided into Maguindanao, Maranao, Iranon, Tausog. So hanggang ngayon, matbutit na lang nag-uusap pa tayo sa kanila. Normie Sory has agreed to, just by this time, when you're ready, and hinayaan ko lang siya muna. What I got from him is a guarantee that he will never go to war. Unless, of course, there's a compelling reason to do it. He would just like to maintain the equilibrium now in Mindanao. Them Murad and company, we are on the final stages of the Bangsamoro transition. And maybe if we can have late this year so that we can begin with the structure of federalism. Meron na akong sabihin sa inyo, not as president, not as mayor, but as a plain citizen coming from Mindanao. I believe in my heart na pag hindi natin kinorek yung struktura ngayon sa ating bayan, and if we cannot give justice to the Moro people, I think there will never be peace again. We can have this opportunity. It's a little window actually in the history of our lives as a people. So we grab the chance. Parang nakita ko, it is only now, I do not know the imponderables of life, what will happen after me. Pero sa panahon ko, I come from Mindanao. I'm of mixed origin, but my father is a Cebuano. Mother ko Mindanaoan. Maranao. Half. My father Chinese. So, ang tingin ko, we have the trust of everybody. I mean, we exchange harsh words with the communists. Pero medyo pumayag talaga sila. And up to what extent are they willing to concede to government and for government what to surrender? That is something as yet to be seen. But I'm telling you now na itong coalition government will never work. And I will not agree to it. But all-inclusive government, pwede ako. But the central, yung ngayon, the military power and the supervision and control of the police should only be one. It must be a straight line. I did not initially agree, but we have to talk about the lateral autonomous military agencies. Sabi ko, no. There should only be one command, and that is for the future. I will not be the one in charge of it, of whatever it is produced, itong nalalakad natin. And I said, if you are able to craft and it passes legislation, autonomous Mindanao, or however it is done, na the substructures of a federal setup, it will provide for a strong presidency. I advised, I would insist on it, that even if we go parliament, the president must be there with limited powers, but powerful ones, convening of the parliament, calling for its dissolution and things like that. Kailangan natin ng presidente because of the archipelago. Archipelago tayo. And you know how it is. We are still in the process of perfecting a system for us. Unitary type, it has never worked. And it will never work. Ang tayo lang ngayon, ang bansa na still adopting the imperialistic government of Manila. Yan ang problema sa Pilipinas because the setup is designed really for control dito sa diyan sa Malacanang, trono ng presidente. And he is given so much power that nai-stymie yung initiative pati yung aspiration ng ibang tao. And even in the selection of a president, dito lang yan sa Manila. Pag namatay dyan ngayon, pag namatay ako bukas, bantay kayo, dito lang yan sa Manila. Dito lang yan. Wala akong pakialam sa kanila, hindi naman kami kapartido, but those guys will rise again from the ashes like a phoenix rising. And it begin to control again the country. The oligarchs. Sila yan. They just meet somewhere, decide, then call upon the Taipans, tapos sabihin, back up mo ba ito? And pa go signal yung pera, then you have the parties, but those parties are not really parties at all. Pagkatalo, baliktad doon sa kabila. Kaya magbagong manalong presidente o a sudden change of government, administration, iba na. But dito lang yan. Now, whether it is really for the good of the country, historically hindi. Alam ninyo yan. Kung ano ang down the line, from the cabinet members to the provincial governors, mayors, yun. Yun na yun. Ako lang ang nakalusot na hindi dumaan sa oligarchy natin sa bayan. And I never approached one. Ang sinabi ko, I never accepted the money of the Taipans. And I'd like to be frank with you. Lucio Tan was one of the first to offer. I said, no. Why? Because may negosyo ka sa gobyerno. That NAIA 2 is owned by the government, but it's practically monopolized by PAL. Walang ibang airline dyan. You go to NAIA 3. That NAIA 2 is owned by the government. And Lucio Tan has a contract with us. And even on the landing rights, and the so many destinations, could be first or second route. Ganun yan. Kung sino ang may pera, kung sino ho call the shots. Na pagka kayo, municipal mayors, you deserve to be there. In Malacanang. Anybody can dream. I was also dreaming, pero yung bata pa ako, not yung matanda na ako ngayon na iniisip ko yung presidente kong sarili. Far from it actually. Pati kayo, hindi kayo maniwala na manalo ako. No. Kasi hindi man talaga lumapit sa inyo. Ni isa dito sa 5,000, Bubot lang, pero alam mo bakit nagkaibigan kami ni Bubot? I was campaigning to Catanduanes, then to her place in Mindoro. Doon sa Catanduanes, mga brad ko lang. Kano sila ng grupo-grupo. Mabuti na lang, yung mayor noon, baka magalit ibanggit ko. Basta yung mayor noon, punta doon sa audience, so may nagbulong sa akin yan ang mayor. So medyo nadagdagan yung dream. Pero mga pulis yung kalahati doon. So sabi ko, ma'am, bakit, na-embarrass naman ako sa inyo. At sabi ni si Florida, si Nanette, sabi niya, pumunta ako dito kasi mayor ka, mayor ako. Out of respeto, just maybe a courtesy call. So hindi ko nakalimutan. And of course, Bobot, pagdating ko sa pinakakilala namin kaya kami kaibigan talaga. Kasi kilala kami niya. Sige, wala kang dito. So wala. Mga ko lang, mga brad ko. Kasi yung brad mo, it's spread all over the country. So sige, tulungan kita. Dinala niya ako sa bahay. We had a gathering and allowed me to talk. So yun lang, dito banda. Sila lang dalawa, wala nang iba. Kaya wala akong bagahe sa partido. So all of you, I assure you, henceforth, at yung ngayon, yung voice talaga ng Pilipinas will be apportioned, ratio and proportion equally. Wala akong, I'm not favoring anybody. Davao is good. It's hitting the 9% growth, economic growth of the local government. So, okay na kami doon. But if you ask me, with all the allegations of murder, extrajudicial killing, I've been a mayor for 23 years, and I assure you that my stay here, yung position ko is, it begins and ends with the public interest in mind. Wala akong, tanda na ako, gusto ko man na maraming kainin, hindi naman ako makakain. Gusto kong pumasyal, ayaw ko naman yung mga long haul. Napapagod talaga ako. You might think that I'm enjoying the trip. I don't. You know, flying, I used to be a pilot when I was young. Kung oras lang sa lipad, about mga 1,000 plus hours of flying. I hate traveling out of the country. Busog na ako dyan. And even the accolades. Nakikita ko na kasi ang buhay ko padaan. Pagtapos niyan, ako nakasunod na to Kingdom Come. Tapos na ako dyan sa Duterte. When I was even mayor, may overdose na ako ng public adulation. I do not need it. That is why, kung hindi lang kayo, kasi mayor to mayor, hindi ako sisipot dito. The reason is different. I do not want to create a traffic situation. Whenever I use the public streets, alam naman tayo, mayor tayo, sisarahan yan. Alam mo na yung kanto. But yung sa likod is exponential yan. Kung saan haba na kasi while waiting. For example, when I go out here, mag-ano na yan sila, clear. So lahat ng kanto, block. Mabuti sana kung makalakad ako diretso sa sakyanan, board it, and sometimes marami pang sabit-sabit ito, may kilala ka. And so it takes time while the public is waiting for you. Yung may sama ng tiyan, kaya sa ating matatanda na medyo ihi dito, ihi doon. Totoo yan. Noon, isang araw hindi ka umuhi pwede. Ngayon, ako 3 times. Before I sleep, during, and after. Noon, diretso-diretso yan. So, yan ganun. I do not want to inconvenience the people. Total, hindi naman ako up for re-election. And I do not want it even if you extend me one day. Kung kaya mo yung mga critics yan, martial law, kasi gustong perpetuate in power. Paligaya ko na lang umalis. And if you ask me if I'm happy being president, tell you no, I'm not. I just will say to you that I do not need it at this time of my life. Wala na. Kaya ako, trabaho lang talaga. So you can come to me for whatever. But I'd like to begin, at least yung platform ko for you, is that corruption in government must stop. I'm not trying to project anything for us. Pag nandiyan ka, hindi ka talaga matutulungan. I'm sorry. Pero kung sabihin mo na additional public works, and if there's money, Japan, before the Minister of Commerce left, he left us with 100 million dollars. Sabi niya yung panggastos-gastos ninyo sa... So tinitignan ko nga kanina kung ano, where I can help you immediately. Maybe I can, maybe I cannot, but I can. But it will take time. You have to sort it out with Dominguez. Masyadong si Sani. Stricto. Mukhang pera. Ayaw maggastos. If it's a money matter that's being discussed in the cabinet, he would come up with so many questions. Pera talaga, but the guy does not want to spend. Paano ito? So, little things I can help you. But ako ba, pareho man tayo, naging presidente. What was the secret? Or what was the formula? Ano pa ako, after my first in 1988, I said, I believe, I hold it as an article of faith that there never really be progress if your municipality is in turmoil. Believe me. Tingnan mo ang Davao ngayon. You have been to Davao. I'm not saying it's paradise, but it has a share of the little of everything. Maliit na droga, paminsan-minsan may patayan. But there is no total outbreak na sa iba, hindi ka makalakad ng gabi. That used to be Davao. Mind you, we lose about 4, 5, 6 policemen and soldiers every day by assassination. So that's how to show to you how scared the people were. Kaya nung na-mayor ako, sinabi ko, drugs was coming in very fast. So I told them when I won, you criminals, you go out of my city. Do not do drugs here because you will destroy, karamihan dyan, yung mga anak namin. And it would not really be fair for you to do that. But if you continue to kidnap people, kill them as a matter of fact, after the payment of mga ransom, patayin mo pa rin o mag-rape ka ng bata, sabog ka, magkakalat ka, I will kill you. Prangka-prangkahan talaga. I will kill you. Kayong na-mayor ako ngayon, Presidente, yun din that's the only formula that worked in my city. It might not help the country at all, pero sa aking paningin, since I am there, crossing the Pasig almost every day, aking laro to, aking antog kung sa hantak pa, antog ko yan ngayon. So I have to do everything. Kita mo namang yung statistics noon. Hold up dito, hold up doon. Yan. Anak, hindi na magagalaw ang tao sa gabi. All are nervous. You live in your own country, but hindi mo maasahan ang bayan. Yan ang hindi ko matanggap. Human rights, United Nations, okay lang kayo dyan. May reklamo kayo, okay. You want file charges? Fine. Look for the evidence. But still, I will kill you. Huwag na tayo magbulahan dito. Ang Pilipino, sabihin mo, mga generals nga that's treason for them. Yung gano'n na sa gobyerno ka tapos gumawa nga ng pati droga, nakakasira ng kapwa mo tao mo, Pilipino. You think it's really good for you? It's treason in the olden days. Kaya sabi ko, patayan tayo. Na ngayon, ito naman mga human rights, gusto ako i-demanda. Mga buak. Ba't ako i-demanda? Wala naman akong pinatay. Sabi ko, I will kill you. Kailan ba ako lumabas ng Malacanang para magbaril ng tao? Maraming pulis dyan. Si George. Kalimutan yung promoting para lumugo yung bayan, palayo na kayo dyan sa sugal-sugal. Yung sugal yan sa gobyerno. Tulungan na lang ninyo. Sugal yan, small time lottery. Kaysa ibigay mo sa mga, hindi nyo tutulungan, you'll just give the money to the pockets of other people. Yung mga sugarol. And the corrupt local officials. Ano nga sabi ko, ayaw ko ng korupsyon. Ayaw mo siguro maniwala kasi mayor rin ako. But I've had my share of faults. But it was never on the side of corruption. Something else. Yun nga, matindi ako sa krimen. I was a fiscal before I became mayor. Kaya mainit talaga ako sa kriminal. Hindi na sabihin mo na I am trying to. Noon pa sa Davao. At noon pa yung human rights, sige nahabol sa akin kasi nga yung bunganga ako daw encourages the police. Ngayon, sinali ko ang military because drugs has become a threat to national security. And just imagine, magturo ako ng isang tao ha, tapos tanungin kita yung pangalan mo kung nandito sa listahan. This is the drug industry. Mapipilitan ako bayan ito Mukhang nakita ko yung pangalan ninyo. Hindi dito, sa attendance. Dito, huwag kayong ma-insulto ha. Trabaho ko to eh. It is my sworn duty. Meron dito mga municipal mayors. So, kasi nandito ka naman, por respeto, hindi mo na kita patayin. Pero huwag ka yun magkumpiyansa sa akin. $6,000 policemen. 40% of the barangays of the entire Philippines. Ganon kakapal yan, ha? Paano itong? Kaya sabi ko sa Congress, paano yan? You want a barangay election? Sinong manalo dyan? Yung may pera. Saan pera? Generated from somebody else's pocket? Meron, pero druga. Ngayon ito, since 6 years or 7 years ago, we were already in narco-politic state. Kasi paglabasan itong mga barangay captains, ayun, hindi natin alam ang number 1 drug lord para sa gobyerno. Mga generals, pati yung hanggang ngayon, denial pa. Political prisoner, gaga ka ba? Political prisoner, hindi ako interesado magpakulong ng magyaw-yaw ka dyan kung gusto mo. Pero ang nasira tayo, so when can we expect to have a clean elections? Freed of the money of the corrupting influence of drugs. When? This year, ang barangay captain? Wala. Sabi ko kay Senate President pati kay Speaker, sabihin mo sa mga congressman, pag ngayon tayo nag-eleksyon sa barangay captain, patay. The next so next elections, nakapwesto na yan. So, kailan natin ipasa sa atin ang mga anak yung responsibility to run the country? How old are we on the average? Almost late 50s, early 60s kayo. Some 70. So, yung timeline na yan, would it last? Nandito tayo lahat? No, in a few years. Kailangan talaga ipasa na natin yung bayan natin sa mga anak ninyo. Na kung hindi kayo magtulong ngayon sa droga, anong ipapasa natin sa kanila? I'm asking you now, the timeline every day it's getting short. There has to be a time when the next generation, yung mga anak natin na kinakasal ngayon, kuha tayo ng mga ninong, in about 10 years, sila na yun. O yung mga anak nila, paano? Pareho tayo ng Colombia? Yan ang problema ang hindi nakita. Akala na nitong ugok na to, ang trabaho natin yung droga. You know, when I was a mayor, I was building a city. Yung mga extra doon, wala akong pakialam dyan, pulis yan. Now, as president, I build a nation for the Filipinos. Saan ko, anong ibigay ko sa mga anak ninyo? Puro droga? Sabihin mo, ilan sila lahat? Yung kay Santiago, no, PDI, give a peget of mga 3 million. Huwag na lang yun. Itong akin, nag-surrender. 1,600,000 plus. Ilan ang bangag dyan? Liki, sa Bisaya, crack. Bisayan, liki. May liki yan. Druga. And they're spread all throughout the country. Tingnan mo ha. Human rights, United Nations makinig kayo sa akin. 1 million, lagay na natin, sagad na natin sa 2. Magkaiba ang figures, but I'd like to stick to my data. Akin is, we have breached the 1 million mark. Marami sa atin dito, abogado. Sabi ng doktor, forensics, constant use of shabu will shrink the brain of a human being. Kaya nga yung iba, at alam, mamihiyors kayo, yung wala na sa landas. Salita kayo, wala na. Tapos marinig mo na lang yung kapitbahay mo, yung isang leader mo, ang asawa nagkadruga, hiwalay ang pamilya, dysfunctional family, ang mga bata, mawalaan ng tatay, o nanay, karamihan dyan sa mga babae, middle class, pumuntang Amerika. Iwan ang mga bata. They grow without the loving care of a father or mother. Anong kasalanan ng drugs? Pag naggulong yan kaya dito sa Maynila, hinatsya niya yung lolo niya, pinutulan niya yung decapitated yung nanay kasi sabi ng guardian angel kung ano-ano na lang. Dadating itong mga TV, ano. So it is parang melodramatic. Minsan, ang tingin ng mga isa ring liki na itong pinatay, puro mga santo. Karamihan mga santo, mahirap lang. So they dramatize the situation. Ako, wala akong pakialam. Mahirap ka, mayaman ka. I cannot stop shabu. Number one problem now, kung sabihin ko na, wag ito si kasi mayaman, nakapagbigay sa akin ng ilan, 1 milyon, o wag ito kay anak lang ito ng mahirap. You cannot stop or suppress shabu. Kung mamimili ka pa ng anong titirahin mo, sinong makalusot dyan na mahirap? You're trying to figure out a class conflict here. Pag hindi mo pinatay ito, o hindi mo hintuan to, hindi mo mahinto, tapos may supply, gagana talaga yan. They will continue. Kasi lahat yung numbers na yan, drug addict na talaga yan. And they will crave. When the monkey rides on his back, katina, maghanap talaga yan. Kung walang pera, yun. Akyat bahay ang pinakamarami sa atin. Yan. Pag nabunggo, kagaya nung sa Cagayan, they only intended to rob. Nung nagising yung babae, diniretso na. Ilang akyat bahay? Kayo, mayor, ilang akyat bahay? That will show you the sharp rise because of drugs. Kung sabihin mo, hindi mo ito hintuin, kasi mahirap lang. Sino ang patayin ko, ubusin ko? Ang drug lords. Patayin ko ang drug lords, then take them out from the streets. Mahinto ito. Ngayon, sabi ng human rights, pare, bishop, anak ka ng, meron kayong mga paris. May kolekta naman kayo, Sabado at Linggo, karami ninyong pera, yawa kayo. Bakit din nyo gamitin? Go around your parish jurisdiction, the neighborhood, and find out the persons who are afflicted or contaminated with shabu. That is my advice to you. Rather than shout dyan sa pulpito, puta mag-inugok lang kayo, you have no moral ascendancy kay mga pare. Tama na kayo dyan. Yung iba nga, tagdalawa ang asawa. Kayo pati, ako, pareho lang tayo. Mabuti pa, magpare na lang ako. Prangka-prangka tayo. Kailan pa ba ang simbahan when has religion really helped anybody? Look at us, except for the Islam. China, walang Japan, minimal. Ito, pinakamayaman. Ginaganon pa yung mga Kristiyanos noon. Saan man ang karma dumating? Dito sa atin, sila ang yumaman. Tapos tayo ngayon, pag ganun-ganun na lang, silang, sir, sir, ano lang tayo, usap lang tayo, sir. Dagat mo, okay yan, sir. Maglangoy ka lang dyan, wag muna ngayon kasi wala kami. Pakulata ka lang. Ay, okay. Yan ang nangyari sa Pilipino. Anak ng... Tapos, yung libro mo sa pare. Kaya mga Katoliko, basahin mo to. Altar Secrets. Nandito lahat. Nandito si Bacani. Number 1 page, pedophilia. And there's a piece coming out from Al Jazeera, yung The Priest. Story about dito. Kami! Diba sabi ko nung eleksyon, tangina kayo mga pare, kayo Letse. Kayo nag-una ng Malaysia sa aming ulo. Bigay ko ito kay anybody who wants to read it can have this. I'll just leave it here. Hindi, wala kang mabili niyan sa book. Ubus ka agad. Kami noon sa... Tanungin mo yung finance secretary. Kababata ko yan eh. Pag-umpisa ng bless me Father for I have sinned. What's your sin, son? Tapos I went to the bathroom. Tapos dandahan ka naman, oh, that's bad. So pag gano'n ka, kita mo, aray. Continue, Father. Tapos makalinis, kung salita sa pulpito, Duterte, extrajudicial. God, kung tutuhanin mo ang statistics noon, ni Santiago pati akin, it's 4 million. Kaya ako din si God, kaya hindi ko panahon yun eh. I don't know if it's, pero I do not have the slightest doubt about kay Santiago. Let us try to extrapolate. 4 million. At 200 per hit dito sa Tondo. That's about 6,000 a month. More than half of the salary yung dyan sa pobreng Pilipino tinamaan. That's 6,000 a month. Times 3. Huwag mo na tanggalin mo yung akin. That's 18 billion a month. Times 12. That is 216 billion a month. Putang ina. Tapos dito, magdrama ka ng may namatay parang Pieta na so, exhibitionan mo ako ng ganon? Bale, may trabaho ako. The greatest good for the greatest number. Yan ang democracy. You know, I said, in my oath, kalimutan mo na yung konstitusyon. Don't shit me with that. President shall have the power to declare martial law. In my oath, nandyan lahat. More than the Constitution itself. Itabi mo yan dito yan. Nangako ako, the Constitution and many other sacred commitment to protect and defend the Filipino and nation. Gawain ko ang gusto ko na sa tingin ko tama para ang bayan ko will not go to the dogs. So what will I do with you if you try to destroy the young generation? Mga anak namin, hindi nga pati lamok, pinagsasapak mo. Tatlong palo pa kung magalit ka. Pag gano'n may dugo, utang inang lang. Kasi may dala ka pang galit. Even just the MS could put you in a rage. Ngayon kung ako nagtatay, nagtingin ako sa bayan ko. About, dinagdagan ng 10,000. Di gawain mo ng 50,000. Kung sabihin mo na, almost lahat sa Pilipinas may tama sa droga. Alam ninyo yan. What am I supposed to do? Sit on my ass and look at my country deteriorate? And after 6 years, magsabi ako siya, babay, di ako, may auto. Sa ayaw mo't hindi, sumunod tayo dito. And this is how I interpret my sacred duty to protect everybody. Wala akong compromise dito. Hindi mo ako mapa-atras, baski i-demanda mo ako kung saan. No way tayo dyan. So the drug campaign will continue. Kailan ba ako magtapos? O yung araw na yun. Kung sabihin mo, takutin mo ako ng mga extrajudicial accusation, buti ngayon lang yan. Noong pa yung mayor ako, sige, daldal, pakulong ako. Tangina mo, subukan mo. Corruption. I will not hesitate. Dito sa cabinet level, pati doon. The slightest twist. I just fired a guy who was with me since 1988. Sinabi ko, mga amoy lang yan. Kaya hindi kailangan totoo. May amoy lang na you suggested o nagpaparinig. I will know. Kaya ako, kailangan straight talaga ako. Sa ayaw ko sa hindi, mapipilitan ako talagang magbantay sa, lalo na ngayon maraming kamera. Magkamali ka lang ng hawak-hawak ng gano'n. Kaya bubot, sanay mga ko sa mahal ko to kasi sila lang yung nagpakita ng tulong. Bataan. At may isang governor sa Mindanao, babae, tumulong sa akin. Yun lang. Sino man daw yun, be? Mga taga-Agusan del Norte, alam nila yan. Saan taga-Agusan? Pagkababayan man tayo. Puro adik kasi walang protector ito ng dadyamin ko lang kaya that is really the least of the consideration. So you have to build a city. My advice to you, keep it safe. You have to invest. Now ito, kasi ako pumunta talaga dito, this is my important message to you. Huwag lang sana po na you will have a runaway problem with law and order. Because may supervisory powers kayo sa police. And I will grant it to you. Just give me this commitment. Droga, pati yung criminality. You have to personally do it. Hindi mo madala na ibigay mo sa police na ikaw mismo. See to it that nobody is hurt, nobody's nagdudusa dyan sa kriminal. Who are you? Sabi, address myself now today. Who are you to think that I am thinking of your welfare? Who are you to, I will grieve over your dead body? Hiningi ninyo yan eh. He who is the cause of the cause is the cause of them all. Ikaw yung nag-umpisa, ikaw yung nag-generate ng galit, kaya huwag ka, do not expect sa gobyerno na parang magpakulata lang. Kaya sa Davao sabi ko, putang ina kayo mga kriminal. Pag nakita ko kayo sa daan at na-pick up ko kayo, bantay. Sabi ko, sa Davao, pag magsabi yung policer, nandyan si yung sa hold up ng Cagayan sir, yung sa bukid ng, sige, pulutin mo. Ano yun, sir, nahuli na. Tapos, nahuli na, sir. Tapos, nahuli na. Tapos, sus, kung pulisa ka, ba't may tapon niya sa akin? Ikaw nag-aresto niyan, ikaw mag-tapon niyan. Bakit ako? Ganon talaga. You say that it's just pure exercise of the mouth. Kasi bakit kayo ang mga kriminal ang dapat nasa daan? Ang dapat nasa truck, di pasahero, jeep, di pasahero, yung sumasakayan, sila ang dapat nandyan. Kayo ang walang karapatan, human rights. You are not allowed to join in a ride just to kill or rob persons. Kayo ang walang karapatan. Ang mga inosente ang dapat may karapatan. That is human rights of the community of society. Kayong mga kriminal ang dapat hindi gumamit ng mga sakyan. At huwag kang lalakad-lakad dyan. Pa-display ka pa, akala mo sino ka, kasi talagang punta ko kayo ng Davao. Sino sa inyo punta ng Davao? Lahat kayo? Saan kayo kumakain? Noon, at least noon. Anong favorite ninyo? Yellowfin? Yung sweet sour lapu-lapu, natikman ninyo? Sarap, no? Dapat kasi ang kinakain niyan tao noon. Ayawan ko si Inday. Si Inday kasi medyo minsan si Mayor ngayon. Pumayat yung lapu-lapu ngayon. Ibig sabihin, hindi pinakain ng Mayor doon. Sabi ko, look, I never graduated to the level of the presidency. I must admit that. Ay parang magsalita ito, hindi presidente. Talaga. Tingin ko sa sarili ko, mayor. Presidente. Di ba talaga, I would like to urge the municipal mayors of this country that siyasay naman, well, I don't know why I was ousted by the Commission on Appointments, but the fact is that I did not lie. And so if you did not lie, why are you out of the cabinet? Hindi yun siya sa ka-roommate ko yan. Padre Paura rin sa UP. Ako, dyan sa Mindula. Alam mo ang totoo niyan. Nung nagmarsyalo, wanted yung buang na yan. Sumibat sila, marami yan sila, Maseda. Yan sila, kasi tayo sila ng law office doon. And because he had to travel, maybe he was accommodated by the State Department. Kasi they sought asylum, sanctuary. So it's also usually given to political prisoners or political refugees. Kaya doon nagkaletse-letse yung papeles niya. Yun ang talagang totoo. Kasi roommate ko nga. Pero ang presentation na kasi, pero kung magtanong ka Pilipino yan siya, si Pilipino talaga yan. Roommate ko. Well, another topic for another time. So, yun lang ho. Ang message ko kasi, droga pati yung... Kaya I was considering ang Mindanao, not only Central Mindanao. Sana naman, yung kagaya ng Marawi, pinaputok yun sa Marawi City, yung Granada pa yung mga bata yan eh. Tapos doon sa Zamboanga, nilagyan ng IED yung National High School. Okay lang ako kung sabi, I lose 10 soldiers, 20, 5 policemen. I can accept it. That's the reality of war. Pero sabihin mo yung mga bata, yung mga eskwelahan, sabi ko, do not ask for it because I will always give it to you. Sabi ko noon, wala akong martial law. Kung ganito lang ang sitwasyon. Pero kung sa Mindanao, pati mga bata, ganunin mo na, talagang hinihingi mo. Now remember, I do not want a martial law administration. It stinks. Pero kung yan sa ibang lugar, sobra ang abuso, at pati na yung mga anak natin na ka-inosenteng-inosente, you will force my hand into it. And if I declare martial law, I will see to it that lahat ng problema sa Mindanao, tatapusin ko. Tatapusin ko. So, do not tempt me to go there because that is a path that I hate to travel. But, hindi na kailangan, sabi ko, it begins and ends with the public interest. Wala na ako niyang rebellion. Huwag akong bigyan ng gano'n. Basta maghanap ako, pag pati yung mga inosente, you slaughter them, then it's time to magpaprangka-prangka tayo. Ibibigay ko talaga sa inyo. Sabihin ko ulit, pag pumasok ako dyan, lalabas ako, tapos ang problema. Lahat. Kaya ako nag-iipon ng eroplano, nag-iipon ako ng... Ayaw kong gamitin yan. Okay, hulog ko lahat yan doon sa ulo ninyo. Huwag naman ganon, kasi paningin sa akin ng mga tao, parang mga akong ginagawang gago dito. Sagrado yung oath of office eh. Kaya ayaw ko nga ewan ko kung bakit nanalo ako. Yan it's public interest of national interest. Pag-usapan kasi lang natin dyan, yung Pilipino. Kung maging human rights, tingnan natin yung Pilipino. Anong ginagawa ninyo sa Pilipino? Bakit? Why do I have to tailor my behavior in accordance with the human? Siniswerte kayo, mga gago kayo. May problema ako dito. And kayo ang pinakamarami kasi ang barangay captains into drugs. Same. I do not leave the bad taste in the mouth to say it. Pero paskisin. Kasi ang ginagawa sabihin ko sa wag na wag kayong pumasok niyan. Talagang papatayin ko. It's either banggaan kita ng 10x10 na truck o sabi, pinatay ni Duterte, sabi niya doon sa hotel, storya mo lang yan, maniwala ka pala. So, yan lang ang mensahe ko sa inyo. Tulungan ninyo ako kasi Pilipino itong nakataya dito. Huwag mo na ang problema smuggling o magpakasal ka. Marami ang dito yun. Pakasal 2, 3 beses. Nung barangay captain pa ang yawa, isa lang. May girlfriend. Pagka mayor na, 2, 3. Tapos dalhin yung isa sa Manila dito papatirahin. Kasi gibayahe dito, kunwari na ng kalamang mga tao, hardworking. Ang mayor niyo, hardworking sa kama. Hindi, biro lang yan. Biro lang yan. Kung ikaw ang tinamaan, mirisi ka. Ngayon, ilan tayo? Marami tayo. Kaproblema ng ganon. Ayan pa. May masabi ka pa sa akin, may korupsyon. Kaya, ang masasabi ko po sa inyo is, do not worry. Pare-pareho lang ang natin. Ikaw, Mayor, ako, pare, Bishop, Lahat tayo tabla. Naniwala ka dyan sa kanila. Sinong, isa po itong simbahan. Ako, believe ako kay Pope. He is open to the proposition that mag-asawa na lang ang pare. Tama. Kaya yung mga buang na yan, 2 at 3 pa yan, paski sabihin mo, sige, mag-asawa ka na. Eh, araw-araw, marami mo relyosa mo gano'n. Bumalik ko. Le, kung ako ang napare, gano'n ang gawin ko. Pag gano'n, gandang ngipin nito ah. Plastado. Pagka gano'n, sige, habaan mo pa palabas. Okay, mga pare. Tapos kung magsalita kayo, kala mo, And I have this deep and abiding faith in God. Pero yung ngayon magtingin ako, wala, hindi lang nakatulong. Except magyaw-yaw. Tapos yung panahon ng Arroyo, ang mga buang, naghingi ng mga pajero, pati motero. Putang ina, that is graft and corruption. Alam ba nila yan? That baski isang sentabo dapat hindi ka recipient or beneficiary. The graft law says undue advantage. What is your advantage? Mobility. By car. Who owns it? The government. Who paid for it? The people. Ano man kayo? Tapos magsalita kayo with all the protestation. Kaya yung akala nila na nandiyan yung si Jesu Cristo, pabaw-baw sila ng gano'n, hindi lang yung makasalita yung mama putang ina ka, isa ka pa rin. Pareho lang kayo ni Duterte. Pwede sabihin ko ron, lahat man kami sa Municipal Mayor's League, gano'n man. Kaya sabi ko, I never graduated to be sa ugali pati sa behavior. So do not expect it from me. I remain ang bunganga ako talagang yun. And I don't feel the except when ayaw ko mag-travel kasi I hate the extra ayaw sa Bisaya nakukurnihan ako. Kasi sa Davao ako lang man isa maglakad. Totoo, drive ako ng taxi. Panelo yung presidential legal. Sa Salto Mintig ka nga, hindi ka kilala nila. Tony Panelo at yung presidential, hindi kita po suportahan pagka senador. So, kung ako, I'm open. Wala akong politika. I do not have to please you or please your political enemy. So, if you want tulong, problema ka, yung importante yung bridge, ganon, maybe you can talk to me and try to find out if I can help you. Huwag kayong magdadalawang isip kasi except for the party PDP, I don't know if there's gonna be a candidate next elections from my party, pero I'm beyond that. Kasi gusto kong, para hindi kayo mahiya mag-ano sa akin, kasi may distansya eh. Alam ko man, kasi sa yellow kayo, huwag na lang yung yellow kasi natunaw na. Ang tawag sa Bisaya niyang ice is yellow eh. Bata, bumika ka ng yellow doon. Wala na, natunaw na. Tubig na. So, punta ka sa akin, wala akong kulay. Except public service. So, I guarantee you that, pero ito this is my parting word with you. Gamitin ninyo ang police ninyo. They have this standing order that they must cooperate sa mga duly elected leaders of the country. Because yan ang sabi ng konstitusyon. Presidenta ka, senador ka, you want to be a top honcho, you run for an election. And if you win, it's yours. But you have the corresponding duty to keep your city at least clean Punta nga kayo ng Davao minsan, doon kayo next, ano. And it's relatively safe. Ngayon yung bomba, mayroon yun. But sinabi ko, if you've been to Davao and you saw the cameras operating, yung nagbomba they are all accounted for. You should go to Davao and study almost about 10 major crimes. Pag na-tag kita doon, yun na. And I can follow may ano kami, may gobyerno, of course the Americans are also very cooperative. Pag na-tag kita sa kamera, maraming kamera ang Davao eh. Maski na mag-helmet kayong ganunin mo lang, tapos lumabas ito, lagyan lang ng buhok ng computer yan. So yan ang, punta kayo minsan sa Davao. And if you go there, just ask, you call my aide, si Bong. Or call anybody sabihin mo punta kayo, and I will open pero medyo stricto ito pero okay kayo kasi mga mayors eh. Hindi, ito si Benito ba yan? Lim? Yung ni Inday. Military man yan eh, medyo may pagka-stricto talaga. Pero he will let you in sa paano ka, yung camera gumagano. Tsaka, if you have the money, and if you lagyan ninyo na mine is IBM. You go for ito pang isa. Tulungan tayo. Itong stupid rule ng lowest bid, gusto ko tanggalin yan. I have to talk to the congressman. Alam mo yung lowest bid, it is the source of corruption. Gobyerno, maniwala kayo. So kayong mga Pilipino or listening now, do not blame us sometimes yung nag-reject ako ng kagaya sa military. They have only two sources. Hindi ko lang sabihin ang bayan. There are only two countries where I allow the armed forces to buy yung mga kasi delikado eh. Magbili ka doon sa iba, inferior. Tapos, lagyan nila makinig pa sila. Marami na tayong nag-i-eavesdrop. Ayan yung lowest bid na yan. Kasi pag 100 billion project, bibid ka, legit. Siyempre yung 100 million na ito, gastos mo, tao, manpower para matapos in 45 days. Pag kanyan, mahal rejected yan. Sabihin ng contractor, yan ang ko. I need so many men. I have to employ workers para I can meet the deadline of 90 days. Hindi yan. Ang hanapin talaga ng kuha minsan. Pero hindi kasalanan ng kuha yan. Yang lowest bid tanggalin mo. We should go for quality. Kasi ang lumalaban kasi sa lowest bid, yung walang kasi ang akin bagsak niya parang 70. Magbigay pa siya sa pati barangay captain magpirma. Magbigay pa siya sino? SOP sa gobyerno. Sino-sino yung mayan? Ang kikitain ba niya? Kung lowest bid, ang project so worth 50,000 or 50 million only out of 100. Yan yung ibibigay niya. Tapos tayo naman, hindi lowest bid, bibirahin ka doon sa ombudsman pati sa COA. Kaya ako, kasalan ng bayan. I've been doing it since 1988. There is absolutely nothing wrong with legitimizing relations of Filipinos na ilang years na. And for the security of the children, kung mamatay, at least kanino bayaran. Importante, marami sa Pilipino na walang pakasalan. So tayo, and I urge you to do that, tingnan mo kung sino yung ng living together na walang kasal-kasal. Ang problema sa mayor, baka maganda yung asawa, na iba ng istorya. Kasi ako nagbibigay ng 200. Bakit hindi ako magbigay at 2,000? Kasi nga mahirap yan walang pangkasal. So, bigyan mo harap-harapan, mayroon pang picture. Akalain mo ba ang COA? In my last 23 years, doon pa nalabas na dinisallow. Bilyon yung utang ko sa gobyerno. Kasi from time to time, sige, yung statistics, ano bang hindi nagpakasal dyan? Yung kailangan makasal ang basic family. Kasi wag mo sana mangyari, mamatay, madisgrasya. Doon napupunta sa mga anak. So, in-encourage mo. Sabi ko sa COA, sir, halika nga dito. Sabi ko nga, gusto mo ihulog kita dyan sa ano? Bakit mayor? Sama naman ang salita mo. Bakit dinisalaw mo yan? Sabihin, pabayarin mo ako sa binigay ko doon sa mahirap? Kasi yung programa wala sa no. Do not do the program for us. You were not elected by the people. Kami, yung programa namin, kasali na yon. Social alleviation. Sa hirap. Kami ang dapat magbuot. Sa Bisaya, magbuot. Kami dapat, we should be the one choosing what programs of government that would be beneficial to the people. Do not do it for us. I don't. Kasi mas marunong pa kayo, di kayo na lang ang mag-mayor. Basta ang trabaho ninyo, umabot ba sa kamay ng mga tao, or the thing that you gave to the community, was it really worth the while of the pockets of the citizens? Do not put malice there kasi hindi naman lahat ganun. Baka yun lang ang tingin ninyo. But we do not. Sino ba naman gustong mayor makakaso sa Sandigan? Gastos yan. Kapag mademanda ka, abogado pati yung dito. Maraming nademanda yung mga treasurer gano'n na walang kamuang-muang. Included just because may pirma sila. Away. Before you, a prosecutor ako, during my time, I was a fiscal of Davao City. Started from the bottom. When I left it, I was already second assistant. Then I was a tanod bayan. Wala pa yung ombudsman I was taken in by Gonzales to be one of the two tanod bayan special prosecutors for Mindanao. Yung isa taga Zamboanga. Kami lang dalawang umiikot noon sa Mindanao sa cases. Kaya alam ko gaano kahirap paglapit na Sir, wala na nga akong pamasahe. Minsan ako mismo pag nakita ko talaga na tagilid, basta tagilid, Your Honor, we move to dismiss the case. Why? I cannot prove my case with itong ebidensyang to. Pasulin mo lang yung tao. Kasi galing ako dyan kasi kaya naiintindihan ko. That's the reason why I used to prosecute graft cases sa Tanod Bayan, for the Tanod Bayan. I know how hard it is when you look at the evidence. Yun lang naman may ibigay tapos i-put the guy into the rigors of pabalik-balik. It has to be here. Ako naiintindihan ko. Wala kayong problema sa akin. Basta wag lang talaga. I said, graft is really out. Because I cannot help you. And if you want my help, kasi sabi ko, Tanod Bayan ako noon, mahusay ako mag-present ng evidence sa katagal ko. Audit report, tapos observations. Kailangan ko yung observations nila, tama rin. If it's observation na pangganong ka lang, masulin yung tao. Ako, basta konting lang. tingnan ko na I cannot prove even one element of the crime, diretso ako. Mahilig ako niyan. I move to dismiss the case, Your Honor. So magtingin pa yung judge, baka nabigyan ito si... So, that I can assure you. Basta tama lang. No corruption, or else sa police, kukunin ko yung police. Sabi ko nga, my oath of office allows me anything to protect public interest. Tanggalin ko yung police ninyo, lagyan ko ng batalyon. Then you have to talk to the battalion commander. Wala namang, kasi sinali ko na ang armed forces in the state of lawlessness. Wala akong choice. Kulang ang police ko. Ngayon kung hindi ako, tingnan ko na, either maglagay ako ng ibang tao. Kung puro droga lang pati krimen, tanggalin ko, lagyan ko ng SAP. Mabahala na kayo mag-usap doon sa SAP. Pag martial law, nag-warning lang ako, total dito naman ang totoo. I'm not threatening you, it's the law itself. Wala nang search warrant of arrest. Kung mag-issue niyan, provincial commander, delegated, ASO, narinig mo ng ASO, arrest and hindi ka kaya makita ka, ayaw kong martial law. Kasi ang kausap mo dyan, ang military na pati police. Hindi na yung... Kaya ako nagmamakaawa sa mga ating kababayan. Huwag ninyong sobrahan yung estilo nyo, nga pati yung mga eskwelahan, bubumbayin ninyo. Mapahiya ako niyan. Pag napahiya ako, tabla na. All bets. So, yun lang ang pagawa. Total, mayroon naman police dyan. Gamitin mo. Sabihin mo na police ako sagot. Basta ito total, may order na ako sa police. Go out and hunt for the criminals. And if there's a crime, arrest them if possible. But if they resist violently, placing your life in danger, pati ikaw mamatay, shoot him. So, ang police ninyo may order na. Sagot ko pa, hindi inyo. Kasi sinabi ko, lahat ng nagtatrabaho kung masabit, akin yan. Akin. Kaya kung mademanda yung police, sir, itong yung raid namin, sige, abogado. Sir, na-convicted ako. Bale. Sige, sabihin mo doon, magbasa na ng sentence. Yan. Bukas punta ka doon sa opisina ko dyan sa Pasig River. Sino pangalan mo? Patrolman ano? Ayan na. You are hereby granted pardon. Ipitin ninyo ang pulis. Pardon. Tapos sabi mo, balikan mo yung nag-ipit sa'yo, patayin mo ulit. Pardon kita. Kasi ganun. Yun ang alas ko. Kasi pag siya ako basa sila, saan ba tayo dito makalusot? Makalamang lang tayo. Pardon. So meron na akong form doon para sa kanila, ganun kakapal yan. Parang, ngayon sir, convicted man ako. Kuha ka ng kopya mo. Ito ka doon sa babae. Type mo yung pangalan mo. Balik ka dito. Pardon. And reinstatement to its former to the PNP or to the Navy with a promotion. Ayaw mo pa yan? Kaya makagago sa'yo, magpatay na lang tayo para promoted tayo. O, di ba? So sabihin ng human rights, well, ganun talaga ang buhay. Baski anong yaw-yaw ninyo, for as long as I am here and for as long as I am tasked to protect the Filipino, I will do it. Maraming salamat po.